Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is June the 25th, 2020. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Bitcoin is next. Bitcoin one day closer to an all-time high. Fitting in is overrated. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. I'm offended by selling. Conviction. All right, buy and hold, dudes. Hey, hello, my elite friends. Hello, hello, hello. If you have questions, I have answers. Type in BitcoinMeister. Do a super chat. Strong hand 2024, baby. Never too early. Get ready, you strong handers. Get ready for Friday also, by the way. This Week in Bitcoin is going to be on Andy Hoffman, Mauricio, and Gabriel in Chile. So we're going to hear about South America. We're going to hear about all sorts of things. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Baltimore time. That's 11 p.m. in Los Angeles. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. DisruptMeister.com, 1,700 old videos of mine. That's my archives, DisruptMeister.com. Subscribe to the backup channel below. That's where you get Beyond Bitcoin every single Saturday night at the backup channel. And every day you get flashbacks there. Oh, the Bitcoin Meister ecosystem centered around the Tech Vault, TECHBALT Twitter feed. Follow me over there, dudes, and you'll get all the information. Speaking about Andy Hoffman and dates, he's always a dude that analyzes times and dates. I like some of the things he comes up with here. And I noticed this also. The last 4 Bitcoin pumps were all Monday mornings in 4 of the last 5 weeks. So yeah, they haven't been manic Mondays. They've been pumping Mondays after these classic weekend downturns. So, I mean, why ask why? I'm not worried about it, but Mondays have been a little bit, but for those of you who get down on Mondays, I don't think you've been getting down on Mondays lately. You've been a fiat freak. All right, dudes. Yes, people are in the chat and they're saying pounded, and I say pound that like button. People know the sayings around here. Adam Meister catchphrases all over the place. I'm coming up with new ones every day. New show every day. New phrases every day. You never know what you're going to get here. Now, speaking of dates and speaking of Friday, of course, This Week in Bitcoin is going to rock on Friday, but something that might not exactly rock. CoinDesk points this out, and I'm just reminding everyone, options market faces record $1 billion expiry on Friday. All right, dudes, that causes turbulence sometimes. Hey, I don't play in the options markets, all this nonsense. I own the real thing, and that's Bitcoin, okay? But people play games with it, bet on the future. Okay, tomorrow is the end of the first half of it's a day to get. We're going to still have more of the first half of the year in numerically, but that's the expiration date right there. Okay, dude. So it'll cause some turbulence. And Frank, so get ready, or maybe it won't, but don't freak out and start emailing me. Why is this happening? It's happening. It dropped below 9,000 because of that. I'm just saying, get ready for it to drop below 9,000 tomorrow. If it doesn't, hey, then you're happy. And it's all about 2024 anyway. Strong hands, long-term thinking, unconfiscatable, says Frank Barry. He sent $1.99 in the super chat. Thank you, dude. Frank Barry. Related to Haley Barry? I don't know. You never know. All right, now, Dan Quisenberry? No, not related to him. Okay, now, we talked about, speaking about Bitcoin in the 8,000s, those of you who stay up till all hours of the night like I do, noticed that Bitcoin, it went below 9,000. But if you don't stay up late, you never would have known. It's back in the 9,000 realm again. But dudes, it's just like 2016 after the halving. It's going to go up and down and be boring. And yeah, you'll be disappointed sometimes when it gets back into the 8,000s or the low 9,000s. Long-term thinking, dudes. Long-term thinkings. You guys watching this in October of 2021, you are laughing your tuchluses off right now at us worrying about 8,000 and 9,000. You, Adam Meister, of October of 2021, you are in the realm, baby. You are loving it. All right. Whatever that realm may be, you've got answers that I don't have right now. I mean, you know what the price is going to be on October 19th, 2021. I don't, because you're there. And remember, if you're watching this in the future, check out all the archives at disruptmeister.com. They're pretty entertaining. Now, yes, what is this? Lebanon time. Okay. I've got an interesting take on this Lebanon thing. Okay? Because everybody's retweeting the Lebanon thing today. Everybody's retweeting the Kraken BTC server thing today. That should be like a part of this show. What is the most tweeted thing by retweeted thing by respectable people out there? And so, I mean, I've seen this on so many different feeds, this Lebanon thing. So let's say this. So a lady in Lebanon, a woman in Lebanon is going through terrible inflation now, okay? Horrible banking crisis, financial crisis. We've been talking about this on the show since October when I was in Australia with a real Lebanese Australian named Has McCook. Pound that like button. But okay, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a take on this. How would you feel if your lifetime savings disappeared tomorrow? I'm only 34, and this is a lady named Dalal Mawad. I messed up her name, but okay. She's only 34, but I've spent the last decade working hard, building my career, saving for the future. Now it's all gone. It's mere ink on paper. I'm still in denial, but reality is slowly sinking in. So she tried to be a responsible human being, and she saved money, she earned money, and she valued her wealth in the Lebanese currency for some reason. Now, okay, and so many people around the world do that. They're hooked on their local fiat currency. So this lady was also. But this lady, and I just spit on my brand new computer, man. All right, I got that off there. Oh, man. Anyway, this lady, yeah, you get to see it all here. I don't care. See, sometimes the spit comes flying out of my mouth. But this is not some ordinary Lebanese lady that's never been out of Lebanon, okay? Let's go over her background. I checked out her Twitter feed. She's a journalist and a senior video producer at the Associated Press. She was formerly with Al Jazeera English, and she's a graduate of the Columbia School of Journalism, the London School of Economics and Political Science, and American University in Beirut. Now, this is what she says. I mean, I'm going to believe her. So she graduated from the London School of Economics, and she ended up in this situation with losing all her wealth in Lebanese currency. I mean, what are they teaching over there? What's going on over there? I mean, because we all know, I mean, everybody retweeted this because Bitcoin is the answer. If you don't have to worry about it being devalued, you should be valuing your wealth in Bitcoin. You should be getting out of all your third world currencies into this stuff right now. I've talked about it with South Africa a million times. But this woman, this lady, and also she works for the Associated Press. She's a big reporter, producer, reporter, whatever she is. Okay. Now, again, it's unfortunate. She's lost all her value. It's been inflated, her Lebanese currency. But shouldn't a woman of and this just shows you that the disconnect. You can have these highfalutin degrees, okay, from the London School of Economics. You can work for the mass freaking media, and you are stuck in the mainstream narrative so much that you just blindly value your wealth in whatever your government tells you to do. Now, this woman, especially, she's Columbia School of Journalism. She was in New York. I'm surprised she did not have a United States some dollar somewhere. London School of Economics. You studied economics. You didn't have dollars backing you up anywhere here. But again, this, for all you people who believe the experts, believe the media. There's your expert. There's your media person right there. She's an expert. Columbia School of Journalism. It's one of the best journalism schools out there. London School of Economics. She's an expert in getting paying a lot of money for education there. This is everyone says believe the experts. There's your expert, and they don't know a thing about Bitcoin. And clearly, even going to this London School of Economics, she was keeping her money in Lebanese currency. This is again, maybe her credentials. Maybe she's completely lied about her credentials. I'm not accusing her of that. I believe her. And I believe there are plenty of other people who went to the London School of Economics who aren't going to learn, who aren't going to be into Bitcoin either, unless something disastrous like this happens to them. Okay, and that disastrous things, they're not above us. With their great educations in economics, they still get caught in a hyperinflation type of situation. So, yeah, you can learn a lot from that tweet. Just not you can just scream out the Bitcoin solves this. You can leave it at that, okay? But dig a little deeper, and you'll see why all these people in the media, all these people in the traditional schooling world, they're never going to say that. They're never going to say Bitcoin solves this. I mean, some of them will, but you can see that plenty of them aren't ready to say it right now if they're still valuing their wealth in their local currency. All right, so that's the Adam Meister take on it, and that's why you're watching this show. And it's I'm a unique beast. You're not going to get that take anywhere else. This is your home for Bitcoin insider information, and that's not insider information. That's just a unique take on what everybody is tweeting out today. Now, Nick Carter added onto this. This is desperately sad, and it is sad, and it's precisely why the notion that savers should be forced to rely on their local sovereign monetary policy is completely barbaric. Governments periodically go berserk and plunder the currency they impose on citizens to bail themselves out. So yeah, no, savers should not be forced to rely on their local sovereign monetary policy, and they're no longer forced to, okay? They have the Bitcoin backdoor to get into now, okay? Everybody can find a way into it. So find a way into it. You're being a barbarian unto yourself if you stick with your South African rand. Okay, pound that like button. Now, Kraken. Everybody's talking about Kraken. Kraken is we just made the largest ever grant to BTC Pay Server, sending the project $150,000 in Bitcoin for future development. And everyone is just saying, "Oh, BTC Pay Server is so great." Read more about the grant and Kraken's continuing commitment to open source. So everyone has retweeted this. Everybody and their mother, more than the Lebanon retweet even. And you know what? Kraken, did they do this out of the goodness of their hearts? I don't know, but it's marketing. This is marketing. This gets you into everyone's faces, into the gamblers' faces, all the people on crypto Twitter who don't give a rat's behind about the BTC Pay Server at all, that just want to trade their flavor of the month for Ripple, for some other flavor of the month, etc. Kraken, it's $150,000, no big deal for them. It is a good cause, apparently, BTC Pay Server. And this is a free, this is how you market in the space, or this is a way to market in the space where everyone all the people who hate marketing out there, supposedly, who don't want marketers, some of the Bitcoin Inquisition people, they just automatically, they retweet this and they don't even realize that they're marketing for Kraken right there. Okay, John Virtue says, if Bitcoin would be an IQ test, 98% would fail. Well, yeah, quite. I don't know if it'd be 98%, but quite a lot would fail. The Bitcoin test right there, because people are compliant and blindly follow their government and blindly follow the experts and want to become an expert without actually using their brain. I mean, you can become an expert without using the critical thinking portions of your brain. You become very book smart. You learn everything at the London School of Economics that's in the book, and you don't actually apply it to real life, into your real life. And bad things can happen. Now, let me, I got people in the chat. Okay, UK Bitcoin Master says, you crack me up. All right. And UK Bitcoin Master, you had a good show today. Everybody check that out on UK Bitcoin and follow him on Twitter, of course, UK Bitcoin Master. All right. And sportsmeister.com, by the way, you can listen to all my shows over there. If you don't need to see my face, and hopefully you don't. Play this at 2x, by the way, if you're watching this taped. I'm loud. Look at this nice cabin here, man. Oh, wait, okay, yeah. Look at the background. If you care about looking at stuff. I know. Oh, I got to go running soon, dudes. What's up here? What's at CoinDesk? Okay, so here we go. CoinDesk. Let's talk about CoinDesk. This is an actual headline from CoinDesk. Has it jumped the shark yet? This headline might symbolize the jumping of the shark. IBM spawns blockchain for Norwegian salmon fisheries. Oh, man. IBM spawns blockchain for Norwegian salmon fisheries. But why does private, intranet, 1997, pound that like button. All right. Every little blockchain that's out there that a company is involved with in the most freakiest of industries, CoinDesk must mention. Now, I don't link to that story because it's so ridiculous. But that's your mainstream crypto media there, right there. Now, Zach is good. Zach didn't write that one. Zach Vol is good. Okay. This Week in Bitcoin I have written down here. What else do I have? Yeah, watch the backup channel. And the last few shows have been very interesting here. I had the guy, Grant, from CoinFirm that says he can reclaim your crypto if you lost it, or he can help you. People are very interested in that because so many people have lost Bitcoin. It's a long shot, but if you already had your Bitcoin stolen from you, why not give this guy your information about the stolen Bitcoin? It's no longer yours, so it's worth a shot. That was, what day was that? Tuesday night show. Now we're Thursday. Oh, here's a great quote. The smartphone is the most invasive surveillance device our species has ever invented. And guess what, dudes? I don't own one. Pound that like button. But I do agree. It is one of the most invasive surveillance devices our species has ever invented. Is it the most? I don't know, but it's got to be one of them. It's horrible. So happy not to have one, to be on a leash like that. Now, we're gonna talk about great Liberty Blitzkrieg, Michael Krieger, who has been on the show before. I've been trying. He says this. I've been trying to show a better way by writing on core issues for a decade, probably thousands of posts by now. Other than Bitcoin, I haven't seen anything truly interesting as far as pushback against the status quo. In fact, it seems to be getting more directionless over time. So we have a lot of people out there today that think they're changing the status quo by ripping down statues and by trying to shame people. And in fact, they're becoming, it's chaos. It's directionless. They're not changing anything. They're not really even identifying what is the status quo that they're trying to change. Bitcoin, you can make the argument, and he's saying this, that it has changed the financial status quo. And what else has at least challenged it? At least challenged the financial, because people for years and years, I hate the Fed. I hate the inflationary monetary system. Woe is me. Woe is me. How will we get out of this? Gold. Some people have said gold. Well, here we go. This is truly a challenge. This is a way you can easily get out of the system and see if all your complaints. You're competing. You're not complaining any longer. So yeah, instead of all these people complaining, make some competition to the status quo. And this has definitely been now the internet was, of course, competition to the status quo of so many different aspects of life. Okay, but he's just talking about the last 10 years. Is he talking? Yeah. What we've gone through the last 10 years. And Bitcoin has been an incredible challenge to the status quo. And all these people running around in the streets, burning things, ripping things down. I don't know. I don't know if they're even trying to accomplish anything at this point. Bitcoin, baby. And very good tweet there. Inspirational tweet, Liberty Blitzkrieg. Now, finally, 1, 2, 3, no scope. You get the last question of the day. Many articles out talking about an upcoming crash in the US dollar. I don't believe we will have a complete crash and hyperinflation. But do you think 10% inflation is possible? Well, no, not for this year. Do I think 10% inflation is possible? By the end of 20, first of all, I don't believe in a crash in the United States dollar. I do not believe in hyperinflation of the United States dollar. I do believe that we will see inflation in certain parts of the economy in late 2021. I do. I mean, we see it. Stocks are inflated right now, okay? And this inflation that we're going to see, it's going to be definitely caused by some money printing and that money being thrown into the people who get a hold of it first, investing it into all sorts of industries that don't deserve to survive, and prices in those industries will go up. But also in terms of government interference, the government has picked winners and losers. It shuts down certain businesses. It allows certain people to work. The government interference this year in 2020 has been incredible, has been chaotic, and we will feel that in inflationary terms. In certain, some of these businesses that are going to reopen, they're going to need to jack up the prices of everything that they haven't been able to sell for a while. So that's inflationary right there. And calling for an overall 10% inflation number, I'm not going to do that. That's like 1979 type of stuff. Or I don't know. 1979, the inflation supposedly was worse than that, wasn't it? I don't know. 15%. Jimmy Carter with his. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube when he was telling everybody not to use energy anymore. So okay. The question is, the point is, no, I don't know if we're going to get. This is the thing. If you're a 20%er, if you have real assets, especially Bitcoin, you're going to be happy, because if those things inflate 10%, well, you already have them, okay? But all those people who buy their big screen TVs, who buy their cars, who buy this, that, and the other, who don't buy assets, who live for the day, they're going to be very envious and angry if there is 10% inflation. But I don't think, well, in terms of food, 10% year over year inflation, no. I don't think we'll see that. And I think we will see inflation, but again, dollar is the best of the bunch, and people will run back to the dollar, and we'll get rid of inflation for a time in the dollar world, at least. Why play that roller coaster game? Why even worry about that? Just be in the Bitcoin. You don't even have to worry about that stuff. Definitely, again, reminder for my friends that are watching this in countries that are not the United States or not the European Union or Japan or any of those first tier, second tier currencies. Dudes, you will experience 10% inflation, okay? You third tier currencies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That'll be a good dream for you guys, 10% inflation in those third tier type of currencies out there. So get in the big, you're the ones who really should get into Bitcoin. You're the ones that unfortunately are not getting into Bitcoin. It's the people in the first world. The United States dominates Bitcoin. We're the ones with the best freaking fiat currency out there, and we're the ones that are getting into Bitcoin at the highest rate. Hey, we're explorers, baby. We're freaking in motion. Pound that like button. But just because you're in Lebanon doesn't mean you can say you didn't know about it. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Get in. The news is out there. Don't believe the experts, because even the experts clearly get bamboozled and fooled and aren't really experts. I'm Adam Meister, BitcoinMeister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. 2 p.m. tomorrow, East Coast, Baltimore time. This week in Bitcoin, I will see you then. Have fun. I'll say hi to everybody in the chat now. Bye-bye.